My next question is not, I guess, related to the 5 minute in itself, but more like a comedy related question in the sense that at times you come up with premises and you have like one or two tags, and it feels like you have to really manufacture that joke to be in your set. Maybe like, you went with your friend or whatever. So in scenarios like that, when you have the standalone joke that doesn't really add a lot, what is your advice and what have you done in the past? Because you do a lot of sub stories in between. Like, are those the chunks that you bring in that work really well to your bigger stories?
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's. I always think of the the reason why my jokes are long is one. I always love that when a stand up would go really far with a joke. Those were my favorite things. I mean, I liked one liner guys, but I remember just talking to this woman I went to high school with, and her really being able to um, to describe what she loved most about stand-up comedy, and it was when they got their mind around an idea and they just kept going, and you thought to yourself, please don't stop, keep going. And so that that was always my interest and desire. But then when I lived in LA, I couldn't get on stage, and I had these jokes that worked, and I didn't. It was like when I was out there, real or imagined, I felt like I was always auditioning for something. So I didn't want to go up there with jokes that were brand new. So I would go up there with jokes that worked, that I could add something new to, and then that was very satisfying. And so I would just keep adding. So I would say the way you do that is to take the individual sentences of the joke and try to unpack it. And I hate that expression unpack, because it's like it's such a great expression, but everybody uses it, and sometimes it's used by really unimpressive people, and they've ruined it. So I try to I try to look at every word in the sentence, and look at it from different angles, and then you say, well, now I have an extra joke just from that word within that sentence, and then you can examine that sentence and see if there's anything in there, any word or idea, and you can also figure out different perspectives and analyze that, so that when you are doing your joke, you can say, well, what would be the reaction to witnesses? What would be the reaction to the individuals within the joke? What are the different fields of endeavor that would have an opinion on this joke? So I would say, unless you're a one-liner person, you really need to do that work of getting it. I mean, I early on, I had kind of a rule that was based on something that Seinfeld said, which was that he wanted to have at least three. He didn't use the word tags, but I think that's what he meant. At least three tags on each punchline, or just because it keeps you from being a one-liner comedian. And unless you're a one-liner comedian, you don't want to be a one-liner comedian unless you are, right? So you have to build on these things.